Just pulled the rods out of the rod holder. Everything's looking pretty good. Get them rigged up. Hopefully catch some fish while I'm on vacation down here in the Gulf Shores. Stick around, find out what happens. Line up above the water. Okay everyone, so I'm here on the Gulf Shores of Alabama for my first time ever. Never fished the Gulf before. I've got a 10-foot rod cast out into one of the troughs that go out there with some fish bites on it. Hopefully I'm going to catch something. Hopefully I'll catch something new that I've never caught before. We're going to give it a chance. It's the first day here. I've got 2 or 3 days, maybe 4, that I'll be able to fish. I'm going to fish around sun up and sundown to see if I can catch something. A big flounder. What? A big flounder.
Wait a second, wait.
You take a picture? Alright, we'll get those out of his mouth. Buddy. All right, we're gonna let you go. Fish bites for the win. When it comes to surf fishing, what you have to realize is that there are different troughs as you go out. You can see that the waves are breaking right here on shore. Seems to be an area of deeper water, then it flattens out. That's where there's going to be a shelf. Beyond that shelf is a trough. A little further out, more breakers, another trough. Getting in the right trough is the key to surf fishing, making sure you can get your baits to them. I believe that's called a whiting. It's called a whiting. It's called a whiting. Yep, little whiting. Okay, so I was a little frustrated over the last 24 hours because I wasn't catching anything here in the surf. Decided last night around 8:30, maybe even 9 o'clock, to run to the local Walmart and pick up some of my favorite bait, and that's just shrimp. I know I could go with live shrimp from a bait store, but I'm not going to eat live shrimp if I don't end up using all of this bait. So I went, picked up a pound. That's what I was able to catch that whiting on. Hopefully it'll pay off some more. That's a fish. Not sure what it is, but it's a fish. It bent that rod like crazy. So come on in here, baby doll. What have I got? It's swimming. I can see it swimming. It's in that breaker right there. We're coming out a little bit for it. Got to turn its head. Need to turn its head. There it was. Just saw it. £30 test, 25-pound leader. Got it in here towards shore. A redfish. We're tired him out, hopefully. Looks like a nice redfish. Come here, buddy. No give up.
I thought your rod was going to break. What is it?
That is a redfish, or what they call a red drum back home.
Okay, nice size.
Awesome. Yes, sir. Hook is out. Got him. I gotta put him back in the water. What? All right. All right, buddy. I'm gonna let you go. Yes! He swam off. Okay, everyone, so today's the last day that we're here. In fact, we're probably leaving in about an hour and a half to start our way back towards Maryland. Gives me a chance while on the ride to listen maybe to an episode of the Fish Nerds. If you haven't listened to them, give them a try. They're a lot of fun. It's a show about fish, fishing, and eating fish. Go out there and really enjoy them. But here on the Gulf Shores, from what I've learned, a couple of things. Go with what you know early. If I was back home casting out into the Chesapeake Bay on the bottom, I'd probably be using, some frozen shrimp from the grocery store. I should have done that earlier. Okay, there's a fish. What have we got here? We got something pulling the little drag. There's my pompano. I finally get another fit species. There's another flounder. I don't know, let's find out. That's my pompano. Come here, buddy. Yes. That out of your mouth. I'll tell you a story about that later. We're gonna release you, bud. You've seen a better day right there. But we're gonna release you. Yeah, his tail's kind of bent off. There he goes, swims right back out. Conditions weren't terrific this week. Again, we had a breeze coming from the actual south, seemed to turn the water up, but I still was able to catch some fish. I've had a good time. I've got 3 new species to my list. I've got that summer flounder that I caught first, never caught a whiting before, and then that pompano this morning. That redfish though, that was a nice one. Everything's been caught and released. I've got one last set of baits out. If I catch anything, you'll see it. But if not, get out there, have some fun, and until next time, tight lines. I mentioned when unhooking that pompano that I'd tell you the story about all of this. The last 2 days I've been here fishing in the morning, and a couple and their daughter have been walking the beach, and twice they've given me some tackle that they have found on the beach. That obviously broke off of somebody's rig and was just rolling around and it washed up onto the actual water. Got to make sure we're careful. Use heavy enough gear so things won't break off maybe, but at least it's free tackle.